Are you still looking for some print-on-demand items to add to your shop this year for the holiday season, whether that be gift-type items or just holiday-themed items? I've got some more samples here from Printify for us to take a look at, so stick around and let's take a look at some additional products that you can consider adding to your print-on-demand shop this holiday season. Before we dive in, I want to mention that Printify is the sponsor of this video, and they provided these samples so that we could do this review. In a recent video, we took a look at some holiday-themed items for the fourth quarter for your print-on-demand shop, and then Printify followed up and said, hey, take a look at some more. So here we are with some additional samples to take a look at that you can consider. And one of the things that I like about some of these samples is they lend themselves well if you do a lot of personalized items in your shop, and you'll see what I mean in just a moment. And they included some items that may not be your typical print-on-demand items that you might consider adding to your shop, so it's always good to get a look at some different products that we don't always think about. First up, let's talk about the Christmas-specific items here, and that would be your ornaments. We actually have two ornaments here, and one of them is the ceramic ornament that we took a look at in my last video, and it's from Imagine Your Photos. This one is a circle shape. The last one we looked at was a heart shape, and the retail pricing on these I thought was pretty competitive. I think we were looking at $16, somewhere in that range for a retail price, including shipping, so I think these are definitely a nice option for you for the Christmas season. But we also have a new ornament to take a look at here, and that is a glass ornament from print provider Printed Mint. This comes in a nice round shape. It's just available in this one size, one shape, and it is printed on one side, and it does ship in a nice protective bubble wrap. Didn't feel like it seemed like it was going to break in the packaging that it came in. Now on the sample I received, the print quality came out nice, but the text in this particular sample design is pretty small and kind of hard to read, so I would stick to larger text and larger graphics in your designs for these glass ornaments. I do think these are a nice supplement for your shop if you're already selling ornaments and you kind of want to offer a variety. The Printify premium price on these is $15.41, and that would lead us to an estimated retail price around $24.99 to yield a 27% profit margin. By the way, the prices I'm going to quote for all these products are Printify premium prices, and I'm going to give you an estimated retail price based on right about 27-28% profit margin, because that way you know if you want to be more competitive and shoot for 25%, you can be within $1 or $2 less, and if you want to go more for 30%, just go $1 or $2 higher. And if you don't have Printify Premium, the cost will be a little bit higher for all of these items, but if you're interested in trying Printify Premium, I do have a coupon code for you. It's just POD Insights. It's in the description as well. That'll get you 30 days of free Printify Premium. That is good through December 31st of 2022. You can take the whole 30 days to decide whether you want to stick with Printify Premium and whether it makes sense for you. I also have a whole video about Printify Premium and how I think it's absolutely worth it, even if you don't have a super high order volume every month. I'll put a link to that in the corner and in the description as well if you want to check it out. One last thing I'll mention about the ornaments is that this could be a good item to create a combo listing for. If you have a design that looks good on, say, a solid ceramic ornament as well as a glass ornament, and I think they even also have metal ornaments in the catalog, you could put your design on each of those styles, create them as drafts, and then follow the process of creating an Etsy listing where you edit variants, you add variants, and then you copy the SKU numbers from Printify over into that listing. And that'll give you a combination listing that allows the customer to select which style of ornament they want the design on, all within one listing, and your orders will still sync with your Printify account. If you want to see step-by-step instructions on how to do that, I also have a video about that, so check out the link in the description or the link in the corner of the video to see how to create those combination listings using Printify. The rest of the samples that I have for us to take a look at, I'm going to kind of separate into categories because I think they have different uses, different purposes, and it's really going to depend on what type of shop you have. If your thing for your shop is that all of your items or most of your items can be personalized, then let's take a look at a couple options that could make good gift items. The first of those is a set of coasters. These are the cork-backed coasters from print provider, I forgot. Cut. These are the cork-backed coasters from print provider Colorway, and the pricing on these is pretty competitive, and they come in a set of 4, which is nice. These have a glossy top, so water will bead up, condensation will bead up on this, and it's easy to wipe off. However, that means it's not absorbent, so this is not the type of coaster that's going to absorb moisture. Moisture is going to sit on top of them. The quality of the print came out really, really sharp on these. I actually think this is one of the better print qualities that I've seen on any product recently out of the products that I've been reviewing. And the cork backing on them seems like it is on there pretty sturdy. It doesn't seem like it's going to flake off or come off very easily. One nice thing about coasters is that they can actually be a pretty nice fit for just about any print-on-demand shop, unless you have a really specific brand and coasters don't really go. But in general, they don't have to be personalized. They don't have to be themed for a specific holiday or anything like that. So they're a pretty good all-year item to have in your shop. The pricing on these comes out to $14.79 with shipping included on Printify Premium, so that would land us around $23.99 retail price, again, shipping included. So if you want to charge $3-4 for shipping, you can back that price down for the item. Another item that is getting into a little bit more of a niche item, but also I think works really well for a shop that does a lot of personalized items, because this could be a pretty cool gift, is playing cards. This playing card set is available from print provider Imagine Your Photos. It is also available from UK provider Harrier. So if you want to sell these in the UK as well as the US, you've got a print provider in both locations. And these are of course going to be a one-sided print with the card face printed on the other side. And the base color of the printable area is white, but you can change the background color in the design editor, and you can also just have a design like a JPEG file that fills up the entire card face if you wanted to. Kind of along the same lines as what I mentioned for the coasters, if you do a lot of personalized items in your shop, I think these would make a nice gift. And so they could sell at any time of year, but probably more so during the holiday season, where say you've got a friend or a family member who they have a weekly poker night and they're always the host and they've got like a room in their house that's all set up to be a poker room. You could offer a design that's like, you know, some poker club type design, and then allow them to personalize it with the name or whatever text they want, maybe the year it was established. And design tools like Kittl actually make it really easy to create those badge style or logo style designs for products like this. So that can be a pretty efficient way of creating those designs. Canva also allows you to make designs like that, and they have some templates. The only negative comment that I have about these is that the box that they come in is a plain white box. I personally think that they probably could have printed your design on the outside of the box. I just think that'd make it a little bit of a nicer presentation as a gift, because, you know, if you give somebody just a plain white paper box, they might not even immediately know that it's playing cards. But otherwise, the cards themselves seem to be very much up to par with the average playing card. They might be just a tad thinner than some, you know, higher quality playing cards, but they certainly don't feel super cheap, super flimsy, or anything like that. The total cost for the playing cards on Printify Premium is $15.91, and that would get us to a retail price of around $25.99. And I think that's perfectly reasonable, especially if it is a personalized set of playing cards. All right, next up we have an LED gaming desk mat. There is an LED light strip that runs around the perimeter of this desk mat, and at one end of it there is a power connector that connects via micro USB. So it's not USB-C, and it's provided with a micro USB to USB-A connector cable, and as soon as you plug it in, it powers up and starts lighting up, and then there's a power button so that you can actually cycle through the different light modes, and it is an RGB light, so every time you press the power button, it will change colors. We've got it on a nice blue color that matches the backlighting for my screens right now, and we've got green, we've got purple, kind of a turquoise blue color, yellow, then we also have the color changing modes as well. And this is a low profile gaming desk mat. It is 3 millimeters thick, so it is actually quite thin, which I actually appreciate. I think that's nice not to have a super thick desk mat. The print quality on this came out quite nice. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised with how sharp the print came out on the mouse pad surface. There are 4 sizes of these desk mats available, and this one is the 23.6 inch size, so it's a little bit of an odd measurement there. It's not quite 24 inches. By 12 inches deep. And this is actually the smallest size. All 3 of the other sizes are larger than this. The largest size is 35.4 inches by 15.7 inches. Before we talk about the price, the only critique or complaint that I have about this has nothing to do with the lighting or the mat itself or the print. I'm actually not the biggest fan of this power connector, this little rectangle thing that's attached to the corner, and that's because it's not flush with the bottom of the mat. So in the corner, it creates this one little spot that the mat won't sit flush on the table. The pricing on this size on Printify Premium comes out to $21.69, shipping included, and so that's going to get you to a retail price of about $34.99 for that 28% profit margin, which I think is fairly appropriate for something that has built-in LED lighting and good overall quality. The bottom has that nice grippy rubber to it so it won't slide around, and just in general, the quality of the mat is very nice. My mouse slides across it very easily. So in general, I do think the quality on this is definitely worth $34.99, especially if you are selling a personalized design on these. Now, these are available from print provider Smart Printy on Printify, which is a print provider located in China. So the shipping times on these is going to be a little bit longer than on print providers located in the customer's country, like in the United States where I'm located. And in my last video about holiday themed items, we got a sample of Oliver Print slippers from Smart Printy, and they took 10 days to arrive from the date that they shipped. So that is something to keep in mind as you get deeper into the fourth quarter. The shipping times on these, this is probably an item that you would need to have a dedicated shipping profile for sure, so that you can control what the estimated delivery date looks like in the listing, because you don't want anybody buying this, December 15th thinking it's going to arrive before Christmas, because it's just not with international shipping. So what kind of shop might this be for? Well, if you have a gaming themed shop, if you have a brand for your shop that is like all about gaming, whether it's like nostalgic retro gaming or current gaming, I think this is the type of item that would be a good fit as an accessory item. Or if your shop is more about personalized gift items, it could also be something that you might want to offer there. And Printify does have some other print providers that are located in the US that offer desk mats and mouse pads. Now, they don't have LED lighting around them, but if you are interested in doing something sort of gaming themed or selling personalized desk mats, then you could always check out the catalog to see what options they have for local print providers. All right, last two samples we have to look at, and these are what I'm going to call niche items. That doesn't mean they're not worth considering, but it means they're not going to be the greatest fit for every print-on-demand shop out there. But if you do focus on personalized items, then you should be considering pretty much any product out there that people might want to personalize, and so let's take a look at them. So the first thing is a set of 6 ping pong balls. These are from print provider MIA Merchandise. They're available in a set of 6 in both white and orange. The print comes out on one side of the ping pong ball, so it's not a double-sided print. And this design on the sample that I received is text-based, and it came out pretty small, so you just will need to maximize that space with, I'm thinking initials might be best for personalization on something like this because of how small the print area is. So this would be the type of item that somebody might be interested in if they have, say, a game room in their house that they're just interested in having kind of unique items in their game room and they want to have personalized ping pong balls, or certainly could be a gift that somebody buys for someone who has a ping pong table or a game room in their house. So there definitely is a market for things like this. And as far as working as ping pong balls, they work. Never going to find that. So the cost on Printify Premium is $20.39 with shipping included. And so to get to a 27% profit margin, you're looking for $32.99. And remember, that's the total price. So if you charge for shipping, then you could back that down a couple dollars, but still paying $32.99 for 6 ping pong balls seems a little bit high in my opinion, even though they're personalized. So that's my only concern with these. I don't have a concern with the product itself, and the print came out looking pretty good other than being a little bit small. It's really just how high the price would need to be that I'm concerned with on these. But I do think if your shop focuses on selling personalized gift type items, that they could still be worth taking a look at. The last item we have to look at is a classic backyard sports item that may also lend itself to a shop that does personalized items. This is a brand name Whammo Frisbee. It's also available from MIA Merchandise in the US, and it's available in 5 colors. It comes in one size, this 10.9-inch size, and only the top area can be printed, but it is a pretty large print area that you actually have to work with here. It is absolutely just as good as any Whammo brand name Frisbee that you've ever used before. But I will say one thing I've always appreciated about any Frisbee that has this feature: the lip around it is nice and rounded and not sharp. There's nothing worse than throwing a Frisbee and having it slice up your fingers, and that's not a problem with these Whammo Frisbees. But as you may already know, with print on demand, if something is being printed on a brand name product, that generally has a higher price than a generic or no name product. And that is true here. The total cost for these on Printify Premium is $32.34. So that means to get only a 25% profit margin, we would need to charge $49.99. And I did some looking around on Amazon, and it seems like you can get a Whammo brand Frisbee of varying designs for an average price of around $15. So if the average retail price you can get one for is around $15, figure maybe it's going to be $19.99 if you were to go buy one in person in a store, then I would hope to be able to sell a personalized one for somewhere in the upper 20s, maybe $29.99. In my opinion, it's going to be a pretty tough sell to get $50 for one of these, even if it's personalized. And I did check on Etsy as well, and I saw some sellers offering personalized Frisbees with, things like upload your own photo to a Frisbee and things like that for anywhere from $30 to $40. So these may not be completely in outer space as far as pricing compared to competition on Etsy for personalized Frisbees, but they are still going to be higher. One potential niche idea that I do see for personalized Frisbees would actually be personalized dog Frisbees with either a picture or the name of a dog or something like that on it. I saw some sellers offering various styles of Frisbees that are personalized for dogs. I actually thought that was a pretty good idea because personalized pet items actually do have a pretty good level of demand. But with this pricing, just for example, if you were to back your retail price down to $39.99 total, including shipping, you would only be getting a 9% profit margin at the Printify Premium price. Well, there you have it, some more ideas for you for your print-on-demand shop for the holiday season. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about these products, and let me know if you sell these products and how they're doing for you. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button so that YouTube can show the video to more people, and don't forget to subscribe to the POD Insights channel so you can be notified when I come out with future videos. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.